Okay.
depending on how you pronounce it. Like, for example, I work for a software company. I mean, like, my project is at a software company,
Mm-hmm.
which provides a software for banks where they enter their regulatory information, which automatically gets sent to the European Banking Authority or Bundesbank in Germany. Depends on who needs to have which information. Kind of like Elster. You maybe heard about Elster, the
Tax
tax
consulting.
software here in Germany.
Mm.
Like, for example, this is what I do, but we do have lots of different projects or customers which we consult and help. Um, so most of the time they are based and located in Germany, and yeah, we just support them in, for example, programming stuff, setting up some new software, or helping them adjusting their software that they have in regards to law changes or neue Richtlinien or stuff like that. That is basically what we do. And yeah, so maybe when when you can tell me a little bit about yourself, so I can
Okay.
match my
Fair enough.
introduction about the company and what
Okay.
infos you need, depending on, like, did you finish your studies, or do you already work and look for a new job, or you know.
Right. So I am Gaurav Rozatkar and I hail from India, but
Hmm.
right now I'm living in Germany. Of course, I came for my master's program in
Hmm.
global business administration,
Oh,
and my
really?
specialization is in project management.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
this is my institution name is Berlin School of Business and Innovation, which
Hmm.
is located in Berlin. And also with this, I have experience in various different sectors. Like I have also done my bachelor in civil engineering, Bauan engineer.
Hmm.
So I have also worked in Indian construction company as an operation coordinator, and with this also I have worked in IKS Health as a revenue cycle representative. So it is
Okay.
basically an IT firm which provides services in Texas area in USA,
Okay.
and they provide certain healthcare services to women in Texas. Also with that, right now I am doing my internship in project management in Jana Cycle. It is a small organization, but it does a very effective work for
Hmm.
not only for the organization or not only for the people but for the overall mother earth, we can say, because they basically do something for environment, like they collect plastic, they also try to recycle it as much as efficient as possible. Our founder and our co-founder recently went to India, so I a little bit plan for them that they should go and where they should
Yeah.
not go. Of course,
No,
we were
it's
having a team, like one of our person is also in India, because when they were planning to go, we also hired one guy from India. So he helped them on field to go and to guide them, to also let them know that what they should eat and what they should not eat, because that's the most
yeah.
problematic for them. That so overall, it was a nice tour, and they went there for roughly 12 to 13 days,
Hmm.
and they also did some campaigns, clicked a lot of photographs, videos, and also posting it online like LinkedIn and TikTok, Instagram. So yeah, we are like I personally used to handle their LinkedIn page, used to make a post and also write the description, try to reply to the people and engage to the audience as much as possible. So
Yeah.
this was my role as of now, but I'm still doing as much as best as possible, because I'm looking for a full time opportunity for myself, because soon in April 2024 That means in the next month I will be completing my course, so that's why I'm looking for an opportunity for myself.
Okay, that is
Mhm.
cool. That is nice. Sounds lovely. So it means you could start in April or
Yeah, I can start in April.
okay, perfect. I'll just write that down. Otherwise, we only hire quarterly, which would be 1st of July otherwise.
Yeah,
That
I
is
can
why I
always
was
start.
asking.
What exactly?
Um, okay. So you finish your course in April. Is that your master's course or the project management course?
Yeah, it's a master's course in global business administration, and my
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
specialization is in project management. So it's the same course, only the specialization is in project
I see,
management.
I see, I see. I
Yeah,
didn't make the connection.
no problem. Take your time.
Okay, what do you think about traveling for your customer? Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, that will be
Yeah,
fine for me.
cool, cool. I mean, to be honest, most of the time you don't have to travel. Like, I work for that company for 3 years now,
Hmm.
and I've not traveled once. I just traveled for like team events or company events, but I still have to ask you
Yeah,
that
yeah, of
because
course.
it might be some
In other projects.
customers want that, but it after the pandemic,
Hmm.
everything is basically working from home,
Yeah.
which I personally prefer, but there are people who don't like it, and there are people who just want to work from home. So that's why they need to ask because sometimes you do have to travel, but it's not very often in general.
That's okay for me.
Um, so we do have different kinds of well, different kind of job, different kind of application forms for um, for a position here. Usually, I can send you a link to our job portal where you can look through the different kinds of jobs. But basically, as you're just finishing your studies, you would start at the same point that I did. Um, you would go through an interview process. So you send your information. I can give you, like, I sent you the link first,
Yes.
so it's
Okay.
all structured. So this is the website where you can find all of our jobs. Um,
Okay.
the information you need to send in would be your CV,
Hmm.
your like a little motivational text, like yeah, I'm interested in this job, I did this and this, and blah blah blah, like anschreiben. Your certificates, like when you're finished with your studies and blah 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 from school, this and that. Maybe when you did a German class or your global project management thing, maybe you get a different certificate for that as well.
Hmm.
And also tell us about that you're willing to travel, that what kind of salary you expect when you can start, and that you find us via job vector.
Okay.
Those are the information you send on this link. And after that, you'll receive an email from
Hmm.
us.
Okay.
You want to write it down? Oh, wait.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That was a lot of information in a few seconds. I know. I'm sorry. I
It's
just
okay.
want to be thorough.
Okay. So roughly information about me, willing to travel. Uh,
Yes, yes, yes. We just need to. I mean, you basically don't travel, but you tell you have to say
you have
that
to say.
if there is a you can travel. So like Reisebereitschaft is it's called Reisebereitschaft. Your salary expectation, like what you want to earn, your when you can start, and the last thing is how you found us. Like how did you find EYEFB? And I guess it's through job
Job
vector.
vector or
Yeah,
Sarena. who
which is
has
fine. Like for example, I found the company through my brother, so they're
okay,
just interested on where they need to spread,
okay,
like how can they reach more people.
right,
That is basically so job vector exactly, and then your CV, a motivational letter, which is not required but optional, but they like it, so
okay,
it's a tip.
fair enough.
And your certificates, like your study certificate from school, maybe from some internships you did, or some languages you learned, or some, I don't know, whatever certificate you have, just put it in there. Yeah, that you, I send you a link. You can apply over there. You just click on Hochschulabsolvent, and I guess for you it would be, as you said, you're interested in program. There's a there's one that says Hochschulabsolvent Management Consulting. I think that is the one for you, which would be my
Oh,
suggestion. You can choose whatever you like.
of course.
It is just a suggestion because you did say that you like project management and that you're
Okay,
doing that right now, which is also basically what I'm doing, by the way. Yeah, and then you send us your application, and then you will receive an email with a telephone interview, with an appointment for a telephone interview, which is roughly like about 30 minutes by someone from HR who has a lot more experience than I do and more secure answers, and they tell you about or they ask you about your CV and just check the main facts again, like how was your studies, give more detail, when can you start, how much money do you want, does that fit with our expectation, is your expectation, you get that in the first call, you find out what you earn, they tell you about how
that
our
all good.
payment structure is, about our paid holidays and stuff like that, blah blah blah, like the standard
That
stuff,
all right.
the basic facts infos.
Okay.
Then after this call, within a week, you get a feedback,
Okay.
and when it is positive, you will receive a link for a assessment
Assessment.
assessment, which is an analytical test. So, for example, there is like rows with numbers. For example, there's a row that says 2, 4, 6, and 8, and they ask you what is the next number, and then smart
Okay. 10.
as rookie
Okay.
as you are, it's 10 exactly. Like for example, or you have to see some patterns and stuff like that.
Okay.
And after the assessment, you have a video call with that person you were on the phone with
Mm-hmm.
to talk about the results of the assessment and to further analyze where you see yourself in the company. Like, for example, you're interested in project management. So they talk a little bit more about that. What is your interest and blah, blah, blah. Then again, within a week, you get a feedback after that. And when this is also positive, you will have the last call with two people, two team leads. Our company is structured into teams. And for example, we do have a project management team. So if you talk enough about project management, I assure you my team leader will be in the call with you, and also someone else who you would also fit in which team, and they tell you about like their everyday life, how what is special about their team, what is their focus in their project and stuff like that, and where you would fit in, and they talk about your studies. So you have another like this nice call where you just get to know people, but more on a professional technical side, I would say, because those are the people that you really will work with.
Okay.
And assuming everything works well and you passed and you liked us too, then you will start at the company, and you will have about 6 weeks of training where
Mm-hmm.
you just learn every aspect that our company works in. Like they really start at the basic. Like for example, what is a bank? What is an insurance company? So everybody is on the same level, and then they will start to dig into those um, into each section, into each area that we really work in. Like, for example, regulatory stuff, first time SAP implementation, and I don't know, ever S4 HANA and Abacus and blah, blah, blah. Got so many different fields, which is about, I think, 6 weeks. Let me check. Um, yeah, 5 to 6 weeks training program. And afterwards, I hope you finally found out what you like. Then you can get a special training. Otherwise, if you say, I'm not sure what I want to do, they will tell you, like, yeah, well, we need people in this area and this area. Which one do you want to choose? So you're not forced into anything. You're very free and flexible. Then you get like a more specific special training that not everyone from the beginning. You start with the biggest team, and not everyone, so a little bit special, everyone, and then you get a hands-on project experience with someone who's more
Okay.
experienced than you are, and they help you start working on your first project.
Sounds good.
That is basically how everything starts here.
Okay. Also, with this, I would like to ask that does the training goes in Deutsch or in English? So
Both.
both. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, some are in English, some are in German. But basically, when you say, well, my German is not that good, most of the time they can switch to English as well.
Okay.
So everybody here at my company speaks German and English.
Okay.
And if it's preferred in English, then it's not a problem. But some teachers prefer to talk in German. That's why they offer it in German first.
Okay.
But it is possible to ask them to do their training in English as well. But again, it is a requirement to speak German at this company because most of our clients are in Germany, not because we only want German speakers. No, it's just because our customer clients are based in Germany and they expect us to be able to communicate with them in German.
Okay. Fair enough. Also, you mentioned about the salary expectations. So,
Yeah,
can you tell me what is the bracket for salary expectations?
I cannot.
Okay.
It has changed, so I cannot. But you can Google the position, and then you find a really
Okay. Sounds good.
yeah. But we do have a fixed income, like a fixed starting salary, for example. So everyone with the same
Minimum. For minimum,
yeah.
they
No,
get
well, every bachelor student, every master student, and every PhD student. So every bachelor student gets the same,
same.
every master student gets
Okay.
the same, and every PhD student, like they all get this
Same
each
bracket.
each,
Okay.
each sections. But if you have a friend there who also has a master's in, I don't know, for example, chemistry, he will get paid the same as you. So it's not about it's fixed. It's a
Fair.
fixed
It's fair.
income. So the expectation that you need to send is just an indicator if we are approximately on the same level, like what you expect and what we can give you, because it's fixed, so there's nothing to bargain about.
Yeah.
But it is just if you say like, well, I expect 300K per week, then we can just tell you, well, no, that's not possible. It's not gonna happen. Yeah,
Okay.
and also you will receive that information about the salary in the first phone call.
Okay.
So you don't have to go through all of the stages.
Mm-hmm.
That is why you need to send it in with your application, so we can tell you, yeah, well, we want to give you more than you than you asked for, or we can tell you, well, we are a little bit lower than your expectation. Is that still okay for you? Because otherwise, we don't need the hassle, and you don't need the hassle.
Of course. Okay. So all the details which you mentioned should be also mentioned in the motivation letter, or doesn't matter? It just should be in the
No,
application.
no, that was just information for you. You don't need to mention all of that in the motivation
Okay.
letter. The motivation letter is just a nice to have, and it would be nice, I mean, like you need to mention the when you can start, if you're willing to travel, and what you want, what salary you want, and where you find us. That would be nice. But I think also when you click on the link, there is. Is that just?